Okay, Om Namah Shivaya, everyone. Welcome back once again to another session. So let us begin our session by invoking the Divine Grace. Om Yayamo Dhamala Thanavati Tejomai Naishtiki स्निग्धा पाङ्गविलोकिनी भगवती मन्दस्मितश्रीमुखी वात्सल्यामृतवर्षिणीं सुमधुरं सङ्कीर्तनालापिनीं श्यामाङ्गीं मधुसिक्तसूक्तम् अमृतानन्दात्मिका ॐ अमृतेश्वर्यै नमः। ॐ अमृतेश्वर्यै नमः। ॐ अमृतेश्वर्यै नमः. So, welcome back, everyone. Welcome, sir. So, without much delay, I'm handing over the session to you, sir. Over to you, sir.
So, in the previous talk, we have seen the river Ganga, and the talk before that, we have seen two rivers, Haryupya and Yavyavati. So, totally, we have seen three rivers, and the order we are following is the order in which the rivers are mentioned in the Ṛgveda, starting with the sixth mandala, the earliest one. So, in terms of the occurrence, the earliest occurrence, the river, the first river we have mentioned, that is Haryupya and Ṛgvedi, the two rivers, they come first, and then comes Ganga, and then comes Saraswati, and then next comes Drishadvati, and then Apaya. So, but these rivers, so total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rivers are coming in the beginning. So they're all very close by. These rivers are very near to each other. For example, Haryupya and Yavyavati are the two rivers of Haryana, and the Ganga is to the east of it, in the western Uttar Pradesh, and Saraswati river is to the west of these two rivers, Haryupya and Yavyavati. And Apaya is a channel of river Saraswati between this Haryupya and Saraswati. And Drashadvati is another name of Haryupya, and Yavyavati is another name of a channel of Yamuna. So if you look at 6 river names, but in total 5 rivers, but all of them are in the same place. And I would say it is in other words, in the later, whenever Janapadas formed in the Aitihasic period, all these 5 rivers falls within a single Janapada called Kuru Janapada, Kuru Rashtra, like that. So that is the significance of these rivers. Let me share the screen. Yes. So it's same thing like I mentioned. We have seen Haryupya and Yavyavati, and the Ganga is slightly to this side, to the eastern side. It's not in this map, but this is the boundary of Uttar Pradesh and Haryana. So towards the east you have Ganga. So Haryupya, Yavyavati, Ganga, and then today we are seeing Saraswati, and then we will see this Yamuna and Apaya rivers. So these rivers, all these 5 rivers, we have together, almost they are together, falling into a same territory, which is called the later in the Mahabharata, it is called the Kuru Janapada. So the Kuru Janapada starts with to the east, to the western boundary of the Kuru Janapada is the Saraswati River. Here the Saraswati River is the boundary, the western boundary of Kuru Janapada. And to the Ganga River flows into the west, it's the eastern boundary. So between Saraswati and Ganga is the Kuru Janapada. And to the west of Saraswati, if you look at in the Mahabharata, you see Kamika and Dvaitavana, the forests of Kamika and Dvaita forest. Those are all located to the west. To the west, so there is this region. The Kamika and Dvaitavana will be there. So the geography is very clear in the Aitihasic period, that is the Mahabharata period. Here there is a big forest, large forest to the west of Saraswati. The Pandavas were living in that region. And from here, this is the western border of the Kuru Rashtra. And up to here and to somewhere here, the Yamuna, the Ganga River is flowing. This is the eastern boundary of Kuru Rashtra. And to the east of the Ganga River is the Aitihasic Panjala Janapada. So that is how the geography of the Janapada geography that has developed. So in the late Ṛgvedic period. So here is the Ganga rivers. So from here, this is actually, if you look at, this is the Kuru Rashtra that we will be having. So somewhere like this, the Kuru Rashtra will be there. So so this is one if you want, if I would say, is the kind of historical the precedents of this region. Now I will today. So we will focus on the river Saraswati, which is actually part of the western boundary of the Kuru Rashtra. And another thing I mentioned, these rivers are very close by. So Ganga is here. This is Ganga. This is Ganga, and this is Yamuna, and this is Ṛgvedic, the another branch of Yamuna here, and Haryupya, that is another name of Drishatvati, Apaya and Saraswati. These are all being part of a similar, very close geographies. So the order in which they are mentioned in the Ṛgveda is you can say that there is a kind of indirect. Indirectly it is referring to the order in which they are recognized by the the Ṛgvedic people or the Vedic people, but it is not 100%. We cannot confirm. We cannot 100% correspondence. We cannot do, because people move in a small locality. People do here and there. So the first river they have mentioned is Haryupya Ṛgvedi. Doesn't mean that they don't know Ganga River or Yamuna River or Apaya River or Saraswati River. It is because of some can say random means some kind of a randomness in which the rivers are recorded in the this sixth mandala, and these are all within the sixth mandala itself. So mandala wise, it's almost same period in all these rivers. 5 rivers are recognized, and geographically also very small, in a very small place, not very far away. So of course there is a faint hint that the people were living inside the Kurukshetra. So naturally they will have a familiarity with the Apaya River and the Haryupya River and Saraswati River as the first few rivers. And slowly Yamuna and Ganga like that. Whereas because even before 6th mandala, some kind of movement here and there take place, because it's small geography, which is like a geography within a district kind of, or maybe a couple of districts here and there. So that geography there will be like some kind of a familiarity. So even if this entire the Bharata lineage diversified in this small corner, they do have some understanding of some peripheral understanding of Ganga or Saraswati, etc. So it's not to be like considered as a very strongly like there is a migration. Okay, but of course there is a very slight hint that the absolute source of the people is somewhere in this small this rectangle, which we call as Kurukshetra or Varaprithvi or Napaprithvi. This is their most familiar place. That is very clear from the Rigveda. Whereas they have a reasonable good familiarity with rivers up to Ganga and also the familiarity with Saraswati. Tapaya is the local river of their homeland. And of course, Drishadpadi is a kind of a, Haryupya is a kind of a boundary river. And Yavyavati is nearby. Then Yamuna is nearby. And then Ganga is nearby. So that is how it is. Whereas in a very absolute and a sharp term, of course, this chose to mention Haryupya and Yavyavati as the first two rivers. That is the oldest reference of any river in the Rigveda. Then that will be the Haryupya and Yavyavati. And next comes Ganga. Next comes Saraswati. And that is how, see, so you may see some skipping happen. So it's not, that is because it's not actual skipping, but they have an overall familiarity of this entire region. But when they mentioned, they have mentioned it like first as Haryupya, Yavyavati, and then Ganga, etc. Indicating that there is a very strong kind of a hint about their local homeland into the four-cornered Kurukshetra or Varaprithvi. But I have a kind of a film, whatever circle I drawn, this kind of a familiarity of this entire region was there for those ancient people. Now, having said, because some people will be looking at the exact order of the references and may get some kind of different conclusions, etc. But then they will be seeing a skippage of Yamuna here and mentioning of some other river and then like that. So that is why I just clarified in right now that in the peripheries, the rivers may be like the order of the rivers need not be considered as extreme absolute of the order in which they migrated. They have a because that is where anywhere that is like that, they will have a kind of a regional familiarity with the adjacent rivers, and they may choose to name the rivers. Sometimes skipping one river because of certain context. Here, the Haryupya Yavyavati was mentioned in a kind of a context of a battle that was taking place there, where Abhyavartin Chayamana and this Srinjaya Devavata, the two kings, one Bharata king, one Anava king, fought together, fighting against their enemy called Vrijivans. Because of that context of battle, they mentioned about Haryupya Yavyavati, and that happened to be the first river mentioned. And then they mentioned about Jannavi because of a result as part of a trade of Bribhu. And then the third, they mentioned about Saraswati. So that is how these mentions are happening. Now coming to the how the Saraswati is mentioned, so that is where we are today. So there are Saraswati is like a one river that has been mentioned large number of times, the largest number of times Saraswati is mentioned. So around 70 times the river Saraswati is mentioned in the Rigveda, and it is the largest time a river is mentioned. So it is the highest frequency noun for a river. So any name of a river, the largest number of reference to any river, the Saraswati comes first. It is the most referred river in the Rigveda, and that is also why the Saraswati is extremely important river inside the Rigveda. And if you look at the number of books written for Ṛgvedic Saraswati, that is numerous. We have Michel Danino, who has written a very similar kind of a book about Saraswati, which I would recommend everybody to read. This is primarily on the trail of Saraswati, and this was a kind of a book that was very much relevant in the period, some 20 years back, because this is the book which have given a lot of evidence to the Western Indologists who were actually trying to convince everybody that Saraswati is the river of Afghanistan, etc., and trying to force it to our school curriculum and everywhere. Because that 20 years ago, the situations were very different from our current period, with a very less amount of information available about this in support of various theories. So there is Indian scholars have not at all created any good scholarship refuting the Aryan invasion theory or giving any data points from the studying the Vedas. And even the books of Srikant Talagiri was not part of present at that time. So at that time, he has Michel Danino has produced a very good book on the trail of Saraswati. That's what I think the name of the book is. I have read it, which gives numerous data points to you can say substantiate or prove that the river Saraswati is the river of Haryana, what we call the Ghaggar river channel. So Ghaggar is the eastern part of the Saraswati river in the Haryana. So let me see, look at the map of Saraswati. So this whatever map you are seeing here, I think the map is visible, right? So whatever map you are seeing here, that channel, this channel is called the Ghaggar. Of course, here the current Ghaggar is kind of a river. This is the river, like you can say whatever I written as Sarapas. So this is the channel of the Ghaggar river from here to here actually. So there is a slight difference because the current geologists consider this as the primary channel of Saraswati. Whereas this up to here it is currently, as far as Ṛgveda or Mahabharata or Ramayana or this other, at least Ṛgveda and Mahabharata is concerned, this channel is considered as the real channel of Saraswati. So this much here from here to here, currently the name of the channel is Saraswati. Saraswati is considered as a tributary of Ghaggar. So this is Ghaggar river. So there is a slight difference in the upper course of the river Saraswati between geologists and the traditional understanding of Saraswati. So that difference is up to here. So this is the Ghaggar channel. So Ghaggar channel originates from Punjab, and it flows like this. And but in the tradition, in the Ṛgveda, we call it a Sarapas channel. So it goes like this, and then this is also the Ghaggar channel, and it flows like this. So this is the Ghaggar river, and the geologists consider this channel as Saraswati, a tributary of Saraswati. Whereas as far as Ṛgveda and Mahabharata is concerned, this is the main river, the Saraswati channel, and then the Ghaggar. This is the main river, and Ṛgveda and Mahabharata consider this part of this is the Ghaggar part of is considered as a tributary, and in the Ṛgveda it is mentioned as Sarapas, and in the Ramayana it is mentioned as Sharadanda. So slight difference in the recognition of the Saraswati river network. So that also I have to say, whatever the Mahabharata and Ṛgveda considered as a real main course of Saraswati is considered by the geologists as a tributary of Saraswati with the name Saraswati. Saraswati is the real name of a tributary of Ghaggar in the Haryana. It is a flowing river. Water is there inside that, etc. So as I mentioned, recap once again. Saraswati consists of to be precise, 3 channels. One is the Ghaggar, which is the northern part of the channel, and the middle part it is called Hakra, because Hakra is currently in Pakistan, so it is the middle part of the river, where you will have seasonal flow. Like in the rainy season, the rain flows, then that Hakra channel become active for 1 month with the water flow inside that. only 1 month or 2 months like that when the rain flows. And towards the end, it is called Nara channel. Another channel where again when the rain comes, it will like for a few weeks or a month or a 2 month, it will start flowing. So currently Saraswati is sustained by three parts: Gaggar, that is the northern part; Hakra, that is the middle part; and Nara, that is the last part, the southern part. And in the kind of difference between the geology and the Vedic Aitihasic tradition, that difference is on the Gaggar channel, where the upper course of Gaggar is considered as a tributary by the tradition. And no, that is this what I call Sarapas here, and Sharadanda and Ramayana. And whatever geologists consider as a tributary, that is this one, is considered as the main channel, main Saraswati channel in the tradition. And this particular part, if you look at the maps, Google Maps, it is called Saraswati. I mean, it is a Hindi rendering of the word Saraswati, that is Saraswati, it is mentioned. So this is how the Saraswati geologically, the geological or the Google map, if you look at Saraswati, will be like having the full course of Saraswati, we will have to be considered as the course of Gaggar, Hakra, and Nara channel. So three rivers. Saraswati is almost like Saraswati has become like recognized in the form of three rivers today in the geology or geography or in the Google Maps, etc. So this is also input information so that you can look at the Google Maps and understand the course of Saraswati, just like you will be having, looking at the paths. See, for example, everybody is now capable of looking at Google Maps, understand how to travel to Delhi to Ambala or Kurukshetra or Mumbai to Delhi. You can look at the Google Map, and the people have familiarity to looking at Google Maps and understand the path, etc. Using the scales, same skills, you can look at Google Map and understand the full course of Saraswati. But the main difficulty is like, because you don't see any river with a full course named Saraswati today in the Google Maps. So if you look for three rivers, Gaggar, you search for Gaggar in the Google Maps. Then you search for Hakra River in the Google Map and search for Nara River in the Google Map. And you will see all the, like you will be able to see the entire channel of Saraswati. Now, that is how we can understand. Now let us look at some references of Saraswati. So in the sixth mandala, the Saraswati is praised as, there is another one important synonym or alternate name of Saraswati is mentioned in the sixth mandala, and it is Saraswati is called her Veerapatni. So Veerapatni is a name of Saraswati. So even when you are praising the goddess Saraswati, we will call her Veerapatni. That is because Saraswati got that name called Veerapatni because she is every hero, every warrior who are living on the banks of Saraswati, so considered as husband of Saraswati. So that is why Saraswati is a river that produces many brave men. That is why she is called Veerapatni. So that is one of the oldest name of Saraswati mentioned in the sixth mandala. And she is also called Pavi Ravi. So Pavi Ravi Kanya, like that. So some names. So like just like Ganga is mentioned as a daughter of Jannu, and we know clearly Jannu was an ancestor of Vishwamitra, and Vishwamitra belonged to the Kushika lineage. So when Kushikas started dominating in Ganga River, the Ganga River is also named as Jannavi. So that that gives a stamp of authority that the Ganga River is actually belong to the Kushikas, like Vishwamitra. So similarly, there is an equivalence for Saraswati. In the earliest mandala, that is sixth mandala, Saraswati is called Pavi Ravi, that is daughter of Paviru. So, but unfortunately, the Paviru is a very unknown figure because our Mahabharata or Ramayana or any of the Puranas, they fail to recognize or record any more details of the person called Paviru. So we have to just be content that there was some person named Paviru And he was a very important person who on the living on the banks of Saraswati, some ancient king or a rishi. And because of the significance of that person, Saraswati is called as Paviravi. Just like Ganga is called as Jahnavi. So the Paviru must be somebody who was as important like a figure like Jannu. But at least Jannu is well known in the Mahabharata and other later Aitihasic texts. But Paviru, we don't have much, but only the name remains. The Ganga, Saraswati is called Paviravi, like that. And then this some of the Tritsu kings, that is the these ancestors of Sudas, were mentioned. For example, Divodasa. Divodasa, we know he's after Sudas, this ancestral king of Sudas. Divodasa is a very most popular king in the Ṛgveda. So Sudas is the most popular king in the Ṛgveda, and his ancestor Divodasa is only second in popularity. He was a sixth Mandala Ṛgvedic king. And there is a birth story about Divodasa. Divodasa, as per this, Saraswati gives Divodasa as a son of Vadrashva. So Vadrashva is the father of Divodasa. And to indicate the association of the Divoda, this Bharata kings who are living on the banks of Saraswati, the poet described Divodasa as a gift. That is son Divodasa as a gift of Saraswati. So this is a very similar kind of, for example, in the Mahabharata, Bhishma is because of because Shantanu is dominated the Ganga, just like Vishwamitra dominated Ganga in the early Ṛgvedic period. The Kushikas dominated Ganga in the early Ṛgvedic period. Towards the late of Ṛgvedic period, we have a Ṛgvedic king called Shantanu. And the same Shantanu was the ancestor of the Pandavas and Kauravas. And when Shantanu became dominant in Ganga, the poet praised him as the husband of Ganga. And because of that, the son of Shantanu was praised as Ganga's son, that is Bhishma. And if you look at Mahabharata, he is almost like a gift from Ganga.